urgent tone. American geopolitical think tanks are raising the alarm. By 2026, a massive, uncontainable war will break out between India and Pakistan. The diplomatic safety rails that kept this region from boiling over for decades are gone. Patience has completely dried up on both sides. This vulnerability stems directly from New Delhi's new normal military doctrine. The rule is simple. If a terror attack happens on Indian soil and the links point back to Pakistan, India will immediately bomb Pakistani territory in retaliation. Right now, Pakistan's internal security is incredibly brittle. Terrorist organizations inside the country are barely being kept in check, which creates a highly volatile situation where a triggering event is statistically highly probable. Under this doctrine, India's initial strikes would target terrorist camps, but if Pakistan's military counterattacks, the conflict skips mediation entirely and jumps straight to military-on-military strikes. The margin for error has vanished. The threshold for a border skirmish erupting into a full-scale regional war is lower today than ever before. A border dispute is dangerous, but the catalyst driving this toward a nuclear threat is a specific piece of hardware: China's fifth-generation J-35 stealth fighter. Beijing plans to export these fighters to Pakistan. This introduces a stealth capability to the region that current Pakistani airframes simply do not possess, forcing India to reevaluate its entire defensive posture. Currently, India relies heavily on advanced anti-air missile networks, specifically systems like the S-400, to enforce a protective dome over its airspace. As this schematic illustrates, the J-35 is engineered to exploit gaps in traditional radar waves, bypassing the missile domes India depends on. It penetrates deep into Indian territory, putting high-value nuclear command centers directly in the crosshairs of a stealth-delivered payload. Because India's nuclear deterrent relies on its command infrastructure being unreachable, the J-35 isn't just an upgrade. It is a specialized weapon designed to hold the most sensitive parts of India's national security at risk. From New Delhi's perspective, the impending arrival of these advanced Chinese stealth jets creates an impossible strategic dilemma. Option A is to wait. India sits back, allows Pakistan to fully operationalize the J-35s, and accepts a permanent lethal threat to their national survival. Option B is to launch a massive preemptive military strike to vaporize the jets and Pakistani air bases before they can ever take flight. Because Pakistan imports roughly 80% of its weapons directly from China, their military's successful integration of these stealth fighters is virtually guaranteed if they are given the time to do it. India is rapidly being pushed into a corner where launching a devastating first strike becomes the only logical move left for their national defense. Normally, the world relies on one historical failsafe to prevent these regional crises from escalating: diplomatic intervention from the United States. During the 2019 border crisis, the previous U.S. administration publicly claimed absolute credit for stopping a nuclear war between the two nations. By loudly taking that credit, the U.S. destroyed its own credibility to mediate future conflicts. The Indian government operates on a rigid doctrine. All disputes with Pakistan are strictly bilateral. Any outside interference is viewed as an absolute insult to their sovereignty. U.S. defense analysts point out that past American boasting alienated New Delhi so severely that Indian leaders now consider accepting U.S. help politically toxic. If India launches a preemptive strike on Pakistani airbases and Washington calls to demand a ceasefire, New Delhi will simply ignore them. The United States has structurally locked itself out of the negotiation room. It possesses zero leverage over India's military decisions in this scenario. The world is sleepwalking toward a technologically advanced nuclear conflict, and for the first time, the global superpower